Hello, welcome back, Box1 here, and it has actually been probably around a week since I last recorded a video, and that's because I've been on a vacation for the past couple days, and on that vacation we got quite a few LEGO scores here, and they were pretty good. We got, first of all, some Bionicle, and this, which is kind of cool, as well as some Technic. So, first of all, we should probably do the in order of when I got them. First one was this Galador polybag, which I'll open separately. It is a sealed polybag from 2002, McDonald's Happy Meal, and I'll open that in its own video in like 2 days or something. But I just want to show that here. This is really cool. I always like getting weird things like this. Galador set. Euripides. Pretty cool. Then, we found this at the same store, actually, for, I think, $5.50. And it was a pretty good one here. It is a bunch of old Bionicle. These, I just need a couple pieces for my collection in order to put them all together. But this guy's missing quite a few pieces. This guy's only missing a couple. And then this guy's missing quite a few as well. But either way, they're great Bionicle pieces that I can use. And, well, these are also some of the extra things that don't go to any of the figures, but they were just with them, I guess. This is actually an old gray piece right there as well. So that's kind of cool. These two are from 2003, this guy's from 2005, and I do like his armor. A bit of non-LEGO, but I thought I would show it off. I got some old 1974 Playmobil horses, along with some other little animals, but I gave them to my siblings, and I got the horses to go with my Western Playmobil stuff. And that's what it looks like with the sheriff on it, and then the outlaw here. Pretty cool. I do like these horses and the old Western Playmobil quite a bit. Next up, what you've probably been a bit more excited about, this Technic set from 1989. It wasn't sealed or anything, but what it did have is all the plastic was there. You can see that plastic little thing there. It didn't have any of the pneumatic pieces, and it was missing quite a few pieces. But the pieces that I did have, I made a little car out of, and I still have some left over. I got quite a few pieces to it, probably the majority, and I also have some in my collection that I'll use to complete what I don't have, or try to. But it also came with this red inlay, which came with the original set, as well as this tray, which is pretty cool. Now this has an Octan sticker on the bottom of it, which I haven't researched what set that goes to, but I think that's kind of interesting. I always think those little weird things like that is kind of cool. And also, with that, I said it wasn't sealed, and it was missing stuff, but what it made up for with the stuff that is missing is all this extra stuff that it came with here. Take this little guy out of the way. But, yeah, it came with a ton of extra, just little pieces, useful pieces. It came with a different instruction manual, actually, for a different set. That's quite cool. And I also got the visor for the figure from that set. I'll show you. This is all the minifigure parts, probably the thing you're most excited about. So let's get into that. First, you see there's some like black air tanks, which I can use for Blacktron figures. Old original dark gray helmet. Then there's some paddles, there's a wooden spear, there's pan, shovels, some of these Paradisa glasses or whatever they are from, and just some overall pretty nice little figure pieces. Not any complete figures or anything, but that's fine. I do like getting the pieces, so I can make custom ones and stuff like that. Some nice transparent pieces, mainly this big windshield piece for like a boat or something. And then some nice tire pieces. I've never seen these, but apparently they're quite common in some sets. They're the transparent wheels on this, which is kind of interesting to see. Just some more like later 90s wheels and stuff like that. These bigger ones, which are kind of interesting, as well as these like older ones here. But we also got some little flowers, which are very nice to get in that old green stems, which are very nice to see, because I don't have many of them in this like really older green plant plastic type thing that they use for their plants. Then we have some of this stuff. This I think is Blacktron. I don't know. I'm historically not very good at identifying things correctly. But this is a nice light gray antenna, which is nice to have. Well, not antenna, but lever there. This is the interesting pieces like that don't have any kind of section to put them into. All three of these have all fins and are not broken, so that's great. We have this, which is a very weird piece that I see in a bunch of old space sets, and I always thought was kind of cool, so I'm glad I have those. as well as these little things that are like engines for the back of something. Small little ladder as well. I'll show off this massive string, which is quite long. It is Lego, I think, maybe. And either way, it's quite a long string. I can definitely use it for Lego purposes. But this is all the Technic. The best part probably being this weird spring piece and this weird system, which came from some Technic sets like this one, with this piece to turn the front wheels of a car. So that's kind of interesting. Round pieces, snot pieces, and then there's some hinges. The most interesting of which is these two with the weird connection points there. And then printed pieces as well. We got a pirate flag, a original Space Police piece there. This weird thing to some other equally weird space set. And then there's, I think this, I'm pretty sure that's Blacktron, but also could be wrong. I think it came in actually a couple of different space sets. Basic pieces also came with this nice base plate, 8x16. A boat piece, actually, which is very nice to see. And that's basically it for this. We did get a nice green grill piece, though, with some tiles and stuff. That's pretty good of a haul. Also came with this random, I forget what it is called, but it's this. I looked that up. I know what it's from. I think it's 57C, but I forget the exact, where that's the part number. It's not Lego. It's some other weird thing. And also a screwdriver, which has a very broken tip on it. But pretty cool. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed. I'm going to try and piece this together, as well as probably record myself opening this up. Probably the same day, because this thing I'm really excited about. And that'll be coming out in 2 days. So you can wait and see that in a little while. But again, I do hope you enjoyed. I'm quite happy with this, all this stuff. I think it came out to about 22 something, about $22 for all of this, which is not too bad. The Lego anyway, the Playmobil came out, was about $4.50 for the horses as well as some other animals. Same places I got these two things. But I do hope you enjoyed. I shall see you next time, and maybe I'll try and piece this together. And goodbye.